Hi, Matthew Trinder, Sovereign Business Transfer. Today, we're going to be chatting to Kate from Little Bottom Bakery based in Marple, Greater Manchester, run through some questions about the business. And then obviously, if you are interested, you'd like to receive further information, then all you need to do is contact Sovereign and we'll be happy to provide you with the sales particulars. So, Kate, how are you?
I'm good, thank you, Matthew. How are you?
Wonderful. Not too bad. Not too bad. Good. Right. So why should a prospective buyer look to purchase Little Bottom Bakery?
So it's been established for this is the 11th year of business. It's a really well-known brand name in the Northwest. I'm known as a really high-quality wedding cake supplier, so I'm recommended by a lot of the top wedding venues around Manchester, Cheshire, even as far as Wales. I get recommended a lot. Um, it's a business that's it's won many awards over the years. So there's been awards for the cakes themselves and also the business as a whole. And I get recommended as well by many wedding suppliers too, because they know that the cakes that come from Little Button Bakery are exceptionally high quality.
Mhm.
So I think in that respect, it does stand out. And also in the style of kind of cakes that are offered from here, they're quite different, quite modern. They're
Yeah.
not really your traditional sort of wedding cake. So it attracts, couples who are looking for things that are that little bit different.
So that's good. But so, okay. So what really makes Little Bottom Bakery different from other wedding type businesses or wedding cake businesses in and around sort of like the Cheshire and the Greater Manchester area?
So it's a lot about the quality of the product that is created here. So everything is of the highest quality. The ingredients that are used, the way that the clients are handled as well. It's the whole sort of package that they get when they book a cake with Little Button Bakery is of the highest quality. So, nothing is too much trouble. We go over and above to make sure that clients get the cake they want and get the service level that they want. So, obviously, full training in the business and in how to make cakes to the standard that I currently make them.
Mm.
I'm more than happy to give that to somebody to take the business over. It would be
Brilliant.
great if they carried on
Mm-hmm.
along the path that I've created,
Yeah.
and sort of continued on this tangent,
Yeah.
because it is a standout cake company. There's nobody else in this area really that makes cakes
Mm-hmm.
like the ones that are created here.
Yeah, I mean, they are. I mean, you only have to look at your promotional videos that you do and things like that just to see the quality of your work, which is fantastic. So I've got two more questions now. So the last one, well, second to last one is, and I know this is a difficult question, and I do ask it always business owners, but obviously you established the business in 2012. Looking back, what sort of things would you do differently if you had your time again? Because obviously these are the sort of things that a prospective purchaser might think, I can drive my business forward by doing something that possibly Kate says. But what would you have? What would you do differently, Kate?
I mean, on a personal level, there's not really anything I would do differently because I grew the business up to a point that I was so happy with.
Mm-hmm.
I have kind of managed the business around my own lifestyle, if you like. So there's certainly opportunities to go at it with more like gumption, if you like, because I've limited the amount of orders I take on things so I can work around my family. But it would be really suitable like for somebody who wanted to maybe take on a member of staff, to grow the business in terms of the volume of cakes that they can create. But I certainly, that's the only thing really that I limited myself in. But it's by no means something I would have personally done different because it worked for me and
Yeah.
actually made me be able to build the business up to the standard that it is now without feeling that pressure. And because I started it 11 years ago, I've had 11 years sort of, head start on somebody maybe who was going to start a cake business from scratch, which
Yeah.
obviously you could do. You're not going to have that brand presence that I've got, the position I've got in the market.
Mm-hmm.
And, that's in that, I wouldn't have done anything different because that is where I've ended up at. And I'm really proud of where the business has ended when I'm going to hand it over to somebody else.
Yeah. And the other thing as well is the amount of social media presence that you've now got through the business as
Yeah.
well, which is unbelievable with your Insta and your followers, etc.
Yeah, and that's all completely organic. Like
Yeah.
none of that has been purchased. My social media is one of my strengths, and again, I'm happy to train somebody up in that if you're not sure on how to run it in the best way. You know, I'm your person for that really, because I do understand it. Also, the website and everything I built myself, so
Yeah.
again, I can train you in that, and that has got such a great positioning on Google. It's #1 on Google for some of the key like wedding searches in this area. So it's something you can't buy that, you know, yes, you could put an ad out, but it's not an organic thing, which is what I already have. You
Yeah.
know, it's taken me 11 years to get to that point. So that's what you're also getting with the business, all of that as well, those assets.
It's absolutely fantastic. So the final question, and the question on most people's lips is, why, Kate, why are you looking to sell this fantastic business?
I'm just moving in a different business direction because I've run the business for 11 years. I've got a huge amount of knowledge,
Mhm.
and lots of cake makers were coming to me asking for my advice. And so it's ended up that I'm doing that now as a business. So I'm
Mhm.
a business coach for other cake makers.
Brilliant.
I've got a membership as well that I run. So it's just come to a point where I can't physically do both of the businesses and do them to like full-time capacity. So I've had to make a choice. And for me, I've just decided that's the choice I want to make, because I can help a lot of other cake businesses to run more successful businesses and get to the point where I am now in
Yeah.
their own business.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Brilliant. Okay, Kate. So that's the end of the questions, which is absolutely fantastic. You've done really well. So if you are interested in finding out more information about Little Button Bakery, please get in touch with the office on 0161 486 1958.